So I'm on the walk to Cathedral Cove now. It's a 75-minute walk from the car park, and I wanted to challenge myself, so I'm going to do it in at least 50, hopefully less. It's a nice walk, lots of trees, but see how it goes. So the challenge was to do it in 50 minutes instead of 75. I thought finish it in 40. Fairly tired, but if it was a nicer day, it'd probably be worth it. This bit's quite cool. It looks like just water streaming off the top. It's kind of waterfall, forming a little bird pond. So just turn around. There's the cove over there. Imagine if the sky was blue. So I just went to the other side of Cathedral Cove. The tide is coming in, so I don't have long here. I did just get properly splashed, but it's much more nice and secluded here. Not many people make the journey. I've got about 3 minutes until I get completely soaked. It's not that I'm already not soaked, but still. But yes, it's very nice, and for a big hole in the rock, it's not too shabby. Yeah, it'll be a lovely place to come and stay if I had time. I just walked through, got wet, and there's some people there who are fully clothed, so they're definitely having an interesting time. So I've been to Cathedral Cove. It turns out the little beach just through the cove, the quiet one, is Cathedral Cove. The other one's called something else, so not everyone even goes there. But because I got my feet wet and sandy, I'm doing the return walk, which will be about 75 minutes this time, barefoot, which should be interesting. But it's a lovely place, so I'd say it's worth it. Have a little picnic on the beach and all that. That down there is Stingray Bay. I could walk down there, but I actually think the views are probably a bit better from up here. So it's just around the corner from Cathedral Cove, and it's actually starting to rain, which is lovely. Exactly what I need when I'm a 50-minute walk back. Walking down to Gemstone Bay, and I found some goats. Hello, Mr. Goats. Don't kill me, please. And this is Gemstone Bay. It's a little bit less impressive than the other ones. Apparently there is a wealth of marine life out there if you were to go snorkeling. Today's not an ideal day, but apparently just over there is fascinating, as the board said. Not exactly the kind of place you want to come sunbathing though. So this is actually the most exotic animal I've seen so far. It's a goat with massive testicles. So I've arrived in Hahe. I think that's how it's pronounced. It's how it's spelled anyway. So it's the nearest town to Cathedral Cove, which is a nearby beauty spot, and this is the car that has brought me here. It's a little Fiat Punto 1.3, and I only really have 3 niggles with it. First of all, the seat is not something you want to be sat in for more than 2 hours, otherwise it does get very uncomfortable. Second, the brakes. Feels like if you sneeze you're going to go through the dashboard. And finally, the gearbox. It's an automatic, so the gearbox, when you try to change gear, it's like a team of 20 babies maybe trying to just change the gear for you, fighting over which gear you actually need. Yeah. And then eventually they all reach maturity, and one of them decides which gear it is. Whether that's the correct gear, that's a completely different matter, but they do decide a gear, and then you just take over. So it's not a bad car. Didn't cost too much anyway, so I can't complain too much, but it's doing the job so far. Touch wood. Let's hope it keeps going. So I've arrived in Whitianga, I think it's pronounced. It's a nice place. It's right on the coast, as you can see. And the hostess described it as sleepy. There's not much to do here apart from go in the sea and relax. I've got a car, so I'll be doing a bit of driving around, but I'm only here for a night. It's just a stop off basically, so I'm looking forward to doing nothing. So I've come to Hot Water Beach, where you can dig a hole and sit in hot water up to 60 degrees apparently. Some holes down there, they're not quite as big, and then you've got massive ones like this, which yeah. So Lord knows how long these people have been here. I just got here and I really cannot be bothered to dig a big hole. So yeah. So it's very valuable retail space. There's a very small amount of actual thermal activity here, right where the sea meets the coast, which is why everyone's bunched together right here. I dumped my foot in, it's fairly warm. I'm not sure how long I'm going to stay here though, I've got stuff to do. So Hot Water Beach, my review. I can imagine it'd be great if you came here with like a group of mates and all that, but don't get here at low tide. Get here way before there so you can start digging, and yeah, it would be useful if I had any energy as well, but no energy, no time, not going to dig a hole for a few hours. So I would love to come back here someday when I have more time.